I wanted to stick to a wall like a superhero, like Spider-Man.
That was awesome. I really want to try running on water. Count me down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to Kids Planet here at Sagebrush Church. We're so glad you're here with us as we jump into our second week of Hero. Everyone loves a good hero story, and that's what this series is all about. We're looking at some kids in the Bible who are heroes for God, and we'll also get to see some of our very own Kids Planet heroes too. This weekend, we'll see how God uses kids just like you to help others. So it's time to super power up and get ready to hear all about it. Hey Kids Planet, I know you know it's me, Hannah, and I bet you're wondering why I'm hanging like this.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I wanted to stick to a wall like a superhero, like Spider-Man.
Ah!
But I guess Spider-Man wouldn't be hanging on the wall like that. He'd be hanging on the wall like this.
Are you sure about that?
What are you doing?
I guess I have to explain myself to you once again.
Wait, let me guess. Is this another one of your superhero stunts?
Kinda. Do you remember last week when you caught me doing a super jump?
Yeah, but it wasn't very super.
I know, I was about to say that. But then we went to the trampoline park and those jumps were super for sure.
I know. Vince to the rescue.
Sure.
Anyways, I wanted to do that because of the new hero series we're in.
Yeah, because we're talking about kids in the Bible who did really cool things.
And since these kids in the Bible are like heroes for God, I wanted to dress up like a superhero again and try another cool stunt, like I did just now.
Why didn't you just say that when I asked you?
I just did.
Never mind. But hey, I got a cool superhero stunt for you.
What?
It starts with light up shoes. I swear they make me run faster.
I am the Flash.
I hate to break it to you, Vince, but light up shoes don't make you fast.
But the super sticky wall makes you stick?
That's not the same.
I think so. But I'm also guessing you need a guy superhero to help you with the super sticky wall.
No, I think it worked just fine with me.
I don't know. I think a guy superhero would be pretty cool.
No, I think we're good.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
Oh, did you want to try it?
Kinda, yeah.
Then why didn't you just say that? Let's go! Super Stick!
That was awesome.
Best day ever! I know, right? And it was even more fun with a friend.
Well, thanks for letting me try it out, but I am curious to know about which kid hero we're gonna talk about today. Because last week was so much fun when we talked about Josiah and how God made him king when he was just 8 years old.
Yes, even though he was young, Josiah was still an awesome king. And together we learned that kids can be awesome leaders for God.
So who are you talking about today?
Miriam!
Isn't that the sister of Moses?
Yep, and when Moses was a baby, she helped in a very big way.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Great, then you can help me tell the story again.
Okay.
But not here. I have the perfect spot to tell this story. Let's get out of these crazy suits and I'll show you what I mean.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we're here.
Okay, so I know why we're here and why we brought the basket.
Yeah, because they both fit perfectly with the story today. Okay, so the story of Miriam is found in the Bible in the beginning of Exodus.
Miriam was a part of God's people, the Israelites, and they lived in Egypt at the time.
The Bible says the Israelites had many children and grandchildren. In fact, they multiplied so greatly that they became extremely powerful and filled the land.
And this did not make the new king of Egypt very happy.
Nope. He said to his people, "Look, the people of Israel now outnumber us and are stronger than we are. We must make a plan to keep them from growing even more. If we don't, and if war breaks out, they will join our enemies and fight against us."
So their plan was to make the Israelites their slaves, but that didn't work.
Nope, the Israelites kept having children and grandchildren, and this really scared the Egyptians, so their king had another plan.
Yeah, the Pharaoh, which is the king at that time, gave a terrible order to throw every Israelite baby boy into the Nile River.
So when baby Moses was born, his mom had to hide him because he was a baby boy.
And she kept him hidden for a few months.
The Bible says, but when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of cypress reed and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River.
Can you imagine putting your baby in a basket like this, and then putting that basket in a river like that?
No way! That basket could have floated off and she would have never seen her baby again.
But God didn't let that happen.
He sure didn't. He let the basket stay in the reeds.
Because God had bigger plans for Moses, and this is where he used his sister Miriam to help.
Yep, the Bible says the baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. Soon, Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the river, and her attendant walked along the river banks. When the princess saw the basket among the reeds, she sent her maid to go get it for her. When the princess opened it, she saw the baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. "This must be one of the Hebrew children," she said. Then the baby's sister approached the princess. "Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" she asked. "Yes, do," the princess replied. So the girl went and called the baby's mother. "Take this baby and nurse him for me," the princess told the baby's mother. "I will pay you for your help." So the woman took her baby home and nursed him. Later, when the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. The princess named him Moses.
Wow, Miriam was so brave standing there and watching to see what would happen to her little brother.
And she was especially brave to go talk to Pharaoh's daughter too. She could have gotten into really big trouble.
Oh, for sure. And it was all because she loved her baby brother and wanted to help save him.
And she did. She was smart and told the princess she knew a mom that could take care of the baby.
And it was his own mom.
I know. I love this story. God had big plans for Moses in Egypt, and he used Miriam to help. Vince, do you know what this means?
What?
God can use kids to help others.
That's so true. God used kids back then, and he still uses kids now.
He sure does. Last week, we saw how God used our friend Emma to help the kids in the hospital get Christmas presents. And today, we get to talk to another kid God used in a big way.
Really?
Yes, sir. I'm about to go tell her story now.
Can I come too?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait,
What?
since we're doing cool superhero stunts, I really want to try running on water.
Vince, that will never work. Only Jesus can do that.
But can I just try it?
Fine, but you'll get wet and it's freezing out here.
I got this. Okay. Count me down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! I told you! Come on, let's get out of here!
It's because I don't have my light-up shoes!
Okay, Kids Planet, we have another amazing story about a way God used one of our very own Kids Planet kids several years ago. But she's not in Kids Planet anymore. She's in Remix and has an awesome story to tell. Here she is, Isabella and Amber. So, Isabella, you're in the 7th grade, right?
Yes.
Very nice. And you were just 4 years old when you got your mom and your dad to come to church, right?
Yep.
Were you nervous to invite your family to church?
No, I wasn't really because I came already 2 weeks before. I already learned so much about Jesus in Seaside Surf.
Amber, can you tell us how this all came about?
Sure. At the time, Isabella was coming to church here at Sagebrush with her grandma and her auntie, but her dad and I were not following the Lord at all. We would fight all the time.
Did this upset you, Isabella?
Yes, very much. That's why I told them about Jesus.
Yep, one day Isabella came up to me and said, "Mom, you and Dad need Jesus in your life." That very next weekend was the first time that I had ever attended a Christian church. I started coming to Sagebrush, and 6 months later, I gave myself to the Lord, all because of my little hero, Isabella.
What an awesome story. Isabella, how did it feel to be able to get your parents to come to church like that?
It feels amazing still to know I saved their marriage and now that our whole family follows Jesus.
You invited your parents to church, and because of that, your little sister comes here too, right?
Yes, now my little sister Layla is in Wired and she helps me in the Cosmic Cash store.
That's so awesome. Well, that one thing that you said to your mom years ago ended up being probably the most important thing she has ever heard.
Thank you.
That's very true.
Isabella, thanks for coming here and sharing your story and inspiring us to tell more people about Jesus.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
How incredible! Isabella got to learn about Jesus here at church, and she wanted to help her mom and dad know him too.
And just like God used a friend, Isabella and Miriam in the Bible to help others, he can use you guys to do the same. Because remember, God can use kids to help others. Hannah, that story of Isabel was great. I'm so glad I got to hear it.
I know, right? But I think you should get out of your wet shoes. Shoe. You're shivering.
Oh, I will. I'll put on my light-up shoes and they'll warm me right up.
That doesn't make any sense.
Kids, make sure you join us next week to hear more awesome kid hero stories like we did today.